like normal call. And then he was telling me the number you're trying to call is busy. Like his two numbers were telling me it was busy. How would I call you and see you say number busy? And I use another person's phone to call you. And it rang. Guys, hey guys, Merry Christmas to everyone. The weirdest thing was supposed to happen on Christmas. Like it was looking like it was going to rain. Like never in the history of ever has it ever rained on Christmas. But it actually didn't rain. If not, 2020 was going to be like in world record. Like it actually rained on 25th of December 2020. Either way, guys, if you've seen the topic below, you know we're about to say some lead story. You have to know how I got catfished. Like, you really have to know how I got catfished. So before we begin the story time, if you're new here or you're joining us for the first time, or you're a family and you've not subscribed, just look somewhere down below. You see this red button that they wrote subscribe. Just click the button somewhere. I think it's somewhere this side. Just click the button, and when you're done, you see a button that has like this. Make sure you click the button and give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to your YouTube channel, turn on your post notifications so you'll be alerted every single time I post. So without further ado, story time. Those of you that don't know what catfish means, catfish is when you're using someone else's identity to, or when you are not who you say you are, like you're using someone else's identity to do something, either to get a job, to get a girlfriend, anything. So this is how my story began. During the lockdown, I was quite bored, so I downloaded a dating app. I'm not going to disclose anything. I just know it's a dating app, and it's a very nice dating app. If they pay me, then I can disclose the name of the dating app. But either way, I downloaded a dating app, one of these ones. So, and then it was quite helpful because I met friends on the dating app. I literally didn't date anyone on the dating app. It's just meeting up friends, sharing idea with people, mostly male, but I was thinking for both male and female. But got to a time I needed like mostly male because I don't need female friends, I have enough. So of recent, when I was on the app, I was like, okay, it's getting really boring because I think you should have like a specific objective on what you want on the app. Like right there, I want somebody handsome, somebody fine, somebody tall. Like there should be a color where you can write that and not just it became a game for me. Like,
seriously, what the fuck are you doing?
so that day, I was like, okay, I was in school and I was on exams, and I was like, okay, let me just go on this app and see if I can actually see anything or meet anyone that is going to be fun and just keep me company for the while. So I went on this app. I was swiping left. Then I saw this picture. This guy is fine. He's tall. He's, not built. I'm really into built guys, but not like really, really into built guys. Oh my god! Wow! I can actually do it. A tall guy that is not that built. But if you are short as me, you cannot be shorter than me. If you are like as short as I am, you have to be built. So then I saw this guy. And then I swiped right. And I swiped right and it was a match. I'm like, wow, this guy actually liked me too. That is why it's a match. So I messaged him. I don't have shame. See, I don't see this girl ego that says a guy has to message her first. So I messaged him. I'm like, hi, I really like your height. Like one of my lines, But either way, I said, hi, I really like your height. And then he messaged me, was like, he's 6'5". I was like, wow, that is very nice. Like, 5'9" to 5'11". I'm within that range. I'm sure I'm within that range. So we started talking, and I'm like, okay, I'm not really active on this app. I gave him my number. I'm like, okay, message me on WhatsApp. He messaged me. He messaged me on WhatsApp. See, then on WhatsApp he started talking. He was really goofy. He was fun. He said he told me he was really busy that week. He's like, babe, I'm really busy this week, so I'll not be able to reply you like normal and everything. I was fine. The thing was, I did not know who he was until my friend saw his picture. Like, I was chatting with him one day and I was smiling, and then my friend was like, let me even see the picture of this person you are talking to. And then I showed her the picture. She was like, wow, this is like an Instagram celebrity girl. That you're talking with an Instagram celebrity. And I'm like, okay, like, I don't know who he is. She was like, she knows me on the numbers. I don't really do this Instagram celebrity. I don't really know people except normal people that everybody know, like Davido, Whiskey, Burna Boy, all those ones. But any Instagram celebrity, like Instagram celebrity, I do not know them. So she was like, this is an Instagram celebrity. He's really big. He has blah 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 followers. His best friend is blah 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 blah. And the thing is, I'm trying to like launch my clothing line next year. So she was like, this is going to be a good avenue to like get more views and more publicity. Like if I can actually make him my friend and talk to him about my clothing line. Maybe he can model it for me and then get his friends to model it. That way the business is going to move. So I was like, okay, yes, that's a very good idea. So we started talking, and the guy was like, he's busy. But he was replying me, not like he was not replying me, he was replying me, but he kept on saying he's busy. And I'm like, okay, if you are busy, just find time to talk to me, and I'm cool with that. With the mindset of, okay, this guy can actually help my clothing line to move, and nothing relationship, like I was not going for the relationship shit. I just wanted that connection to help my clothing line move. A week passed, we were still talking and we're cool. The second week came, we called normally, like I had his number, he called me with his like two numbers, we were talking, everything was fine. Then he said he was going to video call me because I called him that night and he was like, he's really busy, just come out from work and blah blah blah. He was going to video call me the next day. Like the next day he was busy, he was less busy, so he was going to video call me. Everybody was hyped to actually see who he really was. Like my friends that knew I was talking to him were like really hyped to see, okay, is he the actual person I'm talking to? Because it is very likely you get catfished on the app I'm using. So everybody was very hyped to see who he was. The day came, morning, he didn't call. He didn't call throughout. He didn't video call me. He didn't nothing. And I'm like, why doesn't he want to actually video call me? Like, guy, that's when the idea of he might be a catfish entered my head. And then I started texting. I'm like, guy, are you who you say you are? Like, no offense. I don't mean to like be rude or anything, but I've actually experienced being catfished before. Like, are you who you say you are, guy? And then I kept on messaging him, but he didn't really reply. He didn't reply like that entire day. Like the whole day he said he was going to video call me, he did not reply. I'm like, okay, my friend was like, babe, like this guy is a catfish. I'm like, let's just be positive. Maybe it's just coincidence. Maybe he's just busy. Or maybe something just came up. Like he can't, like, maybe something just came up. So that night, I video called him and he picked, but I did not see his face. And immediately he picked, he cut. I'm like, okay. So the next day we spoke. I'm like, yeah, what's wrong with you? And he was like, why am I like? Do I know it's actually embarrassing trying to telling him he's not who he said he was. Like I told him to send a picture and he sent the guy's picture, like two, three, four pictures. And I'm like, okay, maybe it's actually him. So it was like, do I know it's embarrassing telling him he's using someone else's image and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm very sorry, but guy, we're in Nigeria, anything can happen. Like anything can literally happen. So it was like, the thing was that he was busy, blah, 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 blah. He was just gave excuses. I'm like, okay, fine. So he was like, he was going to call me the next day. So I tried calling him like normal call. And then he was telling me, the number you're trying to call is busy. Like his two numbers were telling me it was busy. I'm like, why would your number tell me? Okay, I'm like, maybe he's actually busy. Then I called him like an hour after. He told me it was busy. And then I tried again. He told me it was busy. Like the two numbers kept on saying, this number is this user is busy, this user is busy. And then I took my friend's phone. I called him. It went. I'm like, they'll block you. I literally thought they blocked me, guy. Like I was like, why would you block me? That is like very childish. Like, why would you block me, guy? So he didn't pick the other phone that rang. The entire day, his number kept on saying he's busy. So then I messaged him on WhatsApp. I'm like, guy, I changed it for him. Like, I did not care who he was. Like, I didn't care who he was. I messaged him, I'm like, I didn't know who you were before I started talking to you, and I don't really care who you are now. That you don't have to be a childish, you don't have to block me. Just have to tell me that you don't want to talk with me anymore. And that is it. Like, I don't have any problem with you. Why would you block me? And I said, I don't have chill. That he didn't block me. He's using VPN. I've forgotten the meaning of the VPN, but the thing was routing and blah blah. That's why my number was not ringing. And then the numbers I called him, he did not see me score. I'm like, boss, how would I call you and see you say number busy? And I use another person's phone to call you. And it rang. Guy, like, I am not a baby. Sha, after that one, I'm like, okay, something's actually very suspicious here, like very, very suspicious here. So he called me and he was like, okay, that we should go out on a Sunday, that he's going to pick me because I told him I play basketball and he said he plays basketball too and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay. So he said he's going to pick me on a Sunday, that we're going to hang out together and we're going to play basketball with somebody else. That somebody else was also an Instagram celebrity. And in my mind, I was like, for him to just mention this person's name out of the blue, and I know this person, like I went to search Instagram and I knew this person plays basketball. Maybe he's not catfishing me, like maybe he's actually the person that he said he was. So he said we'll hang out, we'll stay all day, we'll play basketball next day, blah 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 blah. I'm like, wow, I was really thrilled to actually see him face to face. So I told a couple of my friends like, babe, I'm going to see this guy, he's coming over to school, he's coming to pick me, blah blah. And my friends were like, okay, well, that's going to be around. That when he comes, that both of us is going to go outside to see him, to know if he's, because she was the one that told me who he was. So she's like, both of us are going to go outside to see him to know if he was actually who he said he was. I prepared Saturday. I did everything I needed to do. Sunday came. My friend went out for a beach party that Saturday evening, and she was like, I should come with her. I should go with her. I'm like, he told me he doesn't like to wait. Like, I'm that kind of person. Like, you can't tell me to come somewhere and I'll be waiting for you. Like, I don't like it. I feel very, very uncomfortable. So he told me that he doesn't like that kind of thing. I'm like, it's just going to be fair for me not to do it to him. So I told my friend that, okay, don't worry, I will not follow you for this beach party, which I really wanted to go to the beach. Like, you will see how the team will pay me my boomer. Like, I really wanted to go to the beach. Like, really wanted to. But I'm like, because of he said it was coming, let me not just go to the beach. Let me just stay and wait. Maybe he's actually going to come. Sunday came. He said he was going to come early in the morning. Morning came. I'm like, because on his Instagram, a day before, he was supposed to go for an event. It was on his Instagram, like the person's Instagram, that he was going to go for an event. Mind you, I've been telling him to follow me on Instagram, follow me back on Instagram. He never did. I messaged him on Instagram. He didn't reply. He didn't message me back. I liked like one of his pictures. He didn't like accord like he knows this person. So when I was speaking with him, I was like, guy, black weirdo. I'm the person that is like messaging. I was like, okay, don't worry that he will follow me back. He never did. He never replied my message on Instagram. Nothing. He didn't do anything on Instagram. I'm like, okay, it's about to get real. So Sunday came. In the morning, I waited. He didn't come, and around 12 o'clock, I called him and was like, babe, where are you? I'm like, I'm in my school. He was like, okay, when he gets home, he's going to call me. Mind you, I said he was supposed to have an event that night. Like, he literally spoke to him that day, like a day before, and he said he was out with his friends. So it was like, when he gets home, he will call me. And I'm like, okay, maybe when he gets home, he will actually call me. Like, if he was who he said he was supposed to go for this event overnight, and then maybe that's why he was going home that late. 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
One eternity later.
Nothing. I then called my friend that was in the beach. I'm like, babe, hey, this guy has not called me. This guy has not said anything. This guy has not even messaged me. Like, girl, are you sure? She's like, I should calm down. Maybe it's just a coincidence. So I called my best friend because I was like, all alone in the hostel. Like, everybody was going out and they were like, I should come with them. But I'm like, I was expecting a visitor, so I can't just leave. So I was all alone in the hostel. I don't know, I was just not myself. I was just having mood swings. I was angry. I was sad. I was just everything. So I called my best friend. He was like, I should come to where he was because he went for somebody's lunch. And so he was like, I should come to where he was. And I'm like, I literally like don't want to go. I don't want to leave the hostel. I just want to stay on my own. I was like, I should just go outside of the hostel. I should mingle with somebody, talk, and everything. I now tried calling his number around 4:30. Guys, the thing was saying this user is busy. Hey, I'm like,
no, God, please, no.
How is the user busy? Like, guy, we're literally supposed to go out today. Like, what are you doing? Like, it was not making any sense in my head. Like, why is this telling me user is busy? I called the second number, user busy. Yeah. So I took a friend's phone and called his number. It actually went. I'm like, he did not block me. He just restricted my call. So then I was like, guy, you've been catfished. Like, you've been catfished real bad. Like, real bad. His number did not go throughout that day. So I just said I wasn't going to call him anymore. And normally, so I went out with my friend. I just went out of the hostel, saw a few of my friends. I'm like, okay, let's take a walk. And then I walked and then I forgot about everything. And I was thinking in my mind that let it be a coincidence. Normally, if it was a coincidence, he was supposed to call you like the next day and like, babe, this and this was what happened, and this is why I did not call you and blah blah. He did not call. He did not text me. He did not even flash me, and I've not actually tried calling him since that day, but nothing happened. And I'm like, It was very bold, and my friend was actually laughing. She was like, she didn't want to kill my vibes. But it was like obvious the guy was catfish. Like various questions she knew about him, and then we asked him, he gave her like a different answer. So I was like, it was very obvious that babe, you've been catfish. Like the catfishing was bad. Like it was fucking bad. So without further ado, we come to the end of the story time. If you really enjoyed my story, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on your post notification, and let's see how it goes. It's the end of the year. We have like few days to the new year. We thank God for life. We thank God that we're able to see 2021, or we are going to see 2021 and everything. You know, this year was very rough. The whole NSAS, coronavirus, lockdown, everything was just very rough. So I'm happy to see every one of you, even if I can literally not see you. But either way, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye y'all.